is when you have roamers. Like if you miss like 3 or 4 arrows at the start, then you just become supremely underleveled, and if you don't, even if you hit an arrow, you might not be able to get a kill. So I'm a little bit surprised to see with Vici go for a little bit risky of a pick. I think Leshrac maybe would have been like more stable, but I like the Mirana.
I feel like Leshrac is risky in another way though. It's like playing Leshrac against this Rave lineup, he just dies. It feels like they have so much spell burst early on. I mean, sure, if he gets core tier farm and he can tank up, then
you can always transition out though. You can just go back and lightning spam. You can like farm newts and you can push towers. But I mean, Mirana like in team fights, useless. I mean, Moonlight Shadow is pretty good.
That's true.
But
but against Zeus, how good is it really? It's true. Vici Gaming is a team that historically has played a hell of a lot of Shadow Demon dual roaming early though. Even when other teams didn't favor it at all, we still Vici try to pull it out. They even used it at TI4, I believe, in some of the series with varying success. But when no one else was playing that stuff, they loved playing it. And FY Fenrir are, in my opinion, the best support duo at playing roaming early. So
they
really fits them.
Their work together, it's like Laurel and Hardy. It's like Batman, Robin, whatever you want to call it. These guys put in the work, and they have for quite some time. And with that, folks, here we go. It's our first match, our first series, our first best of 3 for the Summit 3 presented by Gigabyte. We're going to give quick shout-outs. Ob's work today is going to be done by Mott locally. We also have Knoxville, who's going to be joining us in booth. He's going to be providing some stats for everyone. So if you like your numbers, he'll get you covered on that front. I'm Kyle Guy. We're joined, of course, with Merlini, Cinderin. Here we go, gentlemen. We didn't get to talk much about it, by the way. The last pickup for Rave was the Beastmaster grab. He already was feeling pretty strong at the back end of 6.83, especially in the hands of someone like Fata, who would just do serious work, an exhibition almost in his mid lane. Now, since then, has received a nice little perk. Base damage, I believe, went up, and the casting points have also went down a hair. I imagine that this is also just one of those top picks, and more often than not, we see him in an off-lane position like here in the hands of Rior. But if he's able to put the levels together, get the Primal Roar, maybe get the Blink Dagger, maybe go the Zookeeper build, he wrecks house.
It's not an easy matchup though. Earthshaker, I think, is a very underrated as a solo hero, especially in the safe lane. He's actually really strong, especially with the new enchant. You can just enchant and get like every single creep.
Yes. Oh, bottom lane, we're getting a little bit of footsie here. Follow up Earth Spike. Here comes Hal. Get the hell back as he fires out his little rocket barrage, and they get the D-ward here. Nice little early skirmish to kind of find out the wards and blocking out the pull camp. But Vici Gaming with this aggro setup looking to take control and really give it to Rave early.
It can't be Fenrir that gets caught out, because he's the one that needs to disrupt.
You might have just jinxed him, Ben. He takes a bit of damage. Oh, Earthspike going to be coming up short. FY is like, I'll bodyguard it. Jumps out in front that takes it for him.
I know he wants to initiate with the disruption, but in an aggro try, you can't be caught out of position, because if you give up like 2 kills, I would say, it's almost game over for the tri lane. So he has to sit back, and if someone else gets caught, whatever, they get disrupted and you reset. But the way that this is going,
Jo kind of stepped in, but it's still going to get connected on a Ninja Boogie. Oh, huge rocket barrage damage, and they're going to get the first blood. And it's, of all people, Hal who's going to grab it, and he's feeling it here. My goodness, now that is Gyrocopter 6.84. Rocket barrage after rocket barrage, and he walks away with a twofer.
He even got nerfed a little bit before this in the very new patch here. I think he lost 4 base int, I believe. That's 52 mana nerf.
Yeah, he's a dumbass now.
But still, more than enough. You see Rocket Barrage level 190 mana cost. You can actually cast it almost 4 times on your start mana pool.
It pretty much makes like Aquila almost a necessity, I would say, in the side lanes.
It looked like Jo wanted to block the arrow, but he's like, I might actually die if I get hit with this, though. So, sorry, buddy. And he kind of steps back and Ninja Boogie. It looked like it was going to be close, but he does go down now. Rior moving on forward here, trying to bully back Ice, but it's Ice after all. Many consider him one of the best, if not the best, off-laners in the game. So he is going to be cool, calm, and collected. He's used to aggression, and it's just a solo matchup going against the Beastmaster. They'll be able to get their own. Top CS, though, does belong to the Viper, 15-6. In comparison to the Zeus, 8-0. Viper is doing work in the mid lane, but that could have been expected.
And this lane is even worse for Rave. The PL has 2 CS against the 15 of Gyro. He can't do it.
They could have stopped that first blood, I think. I think he could have just... I mean, it's not easy, but he could have double walked and then used the illusion to block the arrow.
Oh.
But that's... You have to do it like as soon as you get disrupted.
wasn't
You still get double walk at level 1, I think.
Oh, he had Lance already. He had Lance a couple times.
I think they thought they were going to be able to get a kill on the returning.
I mean, they were close, too.
They were really close
to getting first blood.
But unfortunately, that's a mistake. Super. No respect here for Chrissy in the mid lane. He's just looking to take control on this Viper. That gets scary.
Yeah, in this matchup, it's like really difficult. Like some people might get just level 1 bolt to last hit, so you don't tank corrosive every single time. Like as a Viper, you want to actually get hit by arc in this every single time. And he went 2-1-2. I would have expected a 1-1-3, but it's more aggressive.
Ooh, disruptive soul catcher from downtown, not going to be connecting. Ninja Boogie will avoid that bit of harassment and just kind of has to walk away.
Surprised they didn't try to turn on Fenrir there. When the arrow misses, they're actually out of steam in that fight. They have nothing to bring to the table, and I think I believe Lina is level 2 and has both Light Strike Array and the Dragon Slave and Lion there as well with both spells available. They might have just, oh, never mind. Okay, she's only level 1, so, all right, makes it more understandable.
Not having vision down here is just brutal.
That one hits, and that's a death. This is the Shadow Demon Mirana we used to know and love back in 681, and they're not really roaming around outside of this bottom lane, but they are getting the job done here. So, you know, if we look at the spread of the map in the very early game, Rave are losing bottom, they're losing mid, and I wouldn't even give them a whole lot of credit for the top lane. Though, Beastmaster 23-12, still Ice is able to throw together 17-1, and I imagine certainly a great amount of XP with it.
He went this summon build, and it's not going to be terribly useful in team fights, but just because of flag, call down, as well as like echo. There's so many things to actually kill them, so it's definitely good at helping them win the lane, definitely good at giving them vision so they can set up for ganks later, but I'm not sure how useful that's going to transition out of the laning phase.
Yeah, we see this ward. There is a rotation planned here from Ninja Boogie, but he's currently level 1. He's waiting for Roar to become available for the Beastmaster, which it actually is now, and to get a position in the lane. But if he moves up here, first of all, they know that Lina's missing from bottom. Ice is playing very cautiously, and if Lina tries to move up, will be spotted by the War. What do you think about leveling Dragon Slave level 1, by the way? I feel like it's very rare. You usually see Light Strike Array, of course, for the stun. If you land it, it's generally way better than...
Well, if you're mid, it's certainly acceptable, but I don't know. I think they... I would have suggested Light Strike Array.
There's a mango.
A lot of traits here for that rune. They all want it. Who's going to get it? Ninja Boogie's going to go down. That poison and the Viper Strike coming out from Super is just a bit too much. Ice eats a bit of damage, but he'll be able to walk away from the boar. Chrissy, though, the orb walking here, is it going to be happening? Super is not going to be able to catch up. Chrissy, he's like, I don't want to let him go without a fight. Ninja Boogie's already back from the dead. Dragon Slave's going to be popping on out. Now Cass gets off a very nice Earth Spike. Will he be able to take down the Viper? He pops his wand. Still alive and well. Can he take out Chrissy before he goes? He can with the help of a fissure. Might have gone down considering it, but Ice, the one to benefit from that kill. Now looking to run away here. Ninja Boogie, who is now level 2 and has Light Strike Array, is not going to get an opportunity to stun him. 5-1 now for Vici Gaming.
Sin was talking about how it's so hard to come back with these supports, and I completely agree. Like, a level 2 Lina is just food. Viper can just pretty much right-click her like twice and Viper Strike, and she's dead, as we saw at the top rune, and I think it's only going to get worse for her.
Yeah, I don't know what the recovery plan is for Rave here. I think they have to use the Beastmaster. He can't play in that top lane anymore. He needs to open up the map for PL. PL has 6 CS. He has less than a CS per minute in the safe lane as
Chrissy's in
trouble. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Primal Roar. Chrissy's still going to go down, but can they at least get redemption for their fallen comrade in the Zeus? It looks like they will. Super gets trapped, but the Lion also will be going down. Oh, the Echo. Maybe not necessary, but they also get the follow-up kill on Ninja Boogie. Rior walking away, but it's good old Hao who says, hey, how's it going? I'm Gyrocopter, and takes him out. 4-for-1 trade. Arrow flies, but it's an air ball. Not going to be catching on anything, and with that, they'll add some pressure on the tier 1. Guys, this is not looking good for Rave at the start.
Honestly, they were lucky to get the Viper kill. Ice was there maybe like half a second earlier with the Fissure. They don't get a kill at all. So, I mean...
This is looking pretty grim. Speaking of Ice, by the way, he played a melee versus melee lane, which is where you usually see Enchant Totem prioritized a lot. I really like in this game that Ice is maxing out the Fissure for rotations. You realize that the way they're going to be playing the game, he's not... The intention here is not for him to become a physical core, because they already have Gyro and Viper to deal physical damage. So he wants to be basically a utility with very high levels early on and probably getting the blink first. And you're seeing these Fissures. Like, if he lands a three-man Fissure like that, a lot of the times that is a hell of a lot of damage that would basically have gone to waste with a level 1 fissure.
It's in complete contrast to the Beastmaster, who went the max lane control with the summons, and they need I say a lot more damage. Usually expected from the Lina, but without max wild axes, it's really difficult.
Smoke moving to the top lane. I don't want to say this is desperate, but you can just sense that Rave really want to be getting something done here. But
it's desperate.
They're all off the radar, and Ice begins his turtle up right now. Feeling a bit uncomfortable here. Even Fisher's out, but bottom lane, that's where the kill is going to be struck, and it is going to be Jo who goes down. Struggling game for him so far. His laning stage has been very abysmal. He's managed to get up to 23 in OCS, but you could just see how far down he is on those charts. Now top lane, they do scout out Ice. There's going to be the Hex, the follow-up Earth Spike, but there goes the Moonlight Shadow, and I wager they don't have the detection at the ready here, so they're not going to get their kill. Rave tried to make something happen at the top. They end up losing their PL on the bottom. VG Gaming are looking to just swallow up Rave at this point.
They even get some information here for FY. He might try for it. He
will
land
it. Read that like a book. Gets the kill. Zeus goes down, says, how about you just take that ward and see you later. Man.
This is actually pretty good ward placement as well, because the Zeus might expect that Mirana was down there in the first place because of a ward that she saw him doing the camp, but this is probably not the first ward he would expect. I mean, he can go there and bolt, but how likely is it that that was where the ward was at minute 9? Like, how would they have got in there in the first place? So I don't think this one is going to be dewarded soon, and it might open up for another kill.
Yeah, they have another one in the lane right next to it as well, so neighboring aggressive wards for VG Gaming there. So they're going to see these kind of TP rotations in. They'll be able to have a good read on the map, and Fenrir might be able to get the open up here. Rior, Boar blocked. Very nicely done from Rior. It could save his life, but they have the call down. He turns back. Primal Roar. He might end up going down. They get the gyrocopter down, but they end up losing their Beastmaster. But Fenrir could go down there after. Oh, what a fissure. Combo breaker stop. They still want blood. They move on forward, and they're going to be able to get the kill with the help of the Spirit Lance. Now Ice trying to run away here. He has the haste rune, and he is hustling his way out. So it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, Super going to even things up, makes it a 2-for-2. Just when it looked like Rave were finally going to start getting something their way, something like that happens, and we're back to even, which I have to say favors VG Gaming.
Nice board block. It would have gone so much worse had he not gotten the roar off.
They wouldn't have got a single kill, basically. So it's one of the advantages Beastmaster does have against this particular roaming duo.
Sad face.
Oh,
man. Can't do it.
So close, yet so far. Sorry about your ward.
Wait, that doesn't see it?
Nope.
It really looks like
it's like, I mean, that's a record right there. It feels like.
That's literally a millimeter away.
A millimeter.
We don't use millimeters in Dota. So yeah. What range is that?
That's a mango. 1 mango distance. All right, bottom lane. I love that Ice has the pet. Wasn't he the one just talking about and bitching on Twitter how he doesn't even like pets? He's like,
we need to wait to
we need to turn it off. He's like, meanwhile though, I'll abuse it, turn it on, and hopefully it distracts the opponents. I find it very distracting.
If there is a player that plays on distraction, it really is Ice with like courier baits, dropping
snowballs in 1v1 matchups. Oh man, or Cole. Oh, it's just ridiculous.
I like the way Super's been playing, though. He's always been in the lane, like, playing pretty aggressively and not farming the jungle for his mech, let's say. And he's just always like, okay, I'm up in your face. What are you guys going to do about it? And Ray pretty much can't do anything about it. So that's almost always a free lane for VG to do whatever they want.
12 minutes, and VG Gaming are almost at that 10K net worth advantage. So feeling like a pretty good welcome mat here for VG Gaming in the first match of the Summit 3. Rave.
This is before Earthshaker has his blink too. He's at like 2,000 gold.
There's plenty more to come for VG Gaming. This is just the opening appetizer here, and it has been delicious for them so far. For Rave, they need to shake this one off. Hail Mary arrow. See you later, Bird. Hey, Bird. You're dead.
100 mana for 60 gold. I'd do that every time.
It's a reverse clarity.
Now, looks like VG Gaming, they've been getting a wealth of kills. They want to continue going down the docket of objectives here. Top tier 1 seems to be next. How trying to be the zoner here, keeping the Beastmaster at bay. Not looking like Rave are going to consider contesting or defending it. They are more obligated to just take this opportunity to find their own bits of space and scraps of farm that they were, neglected in the opening part of this game. So Jo takes the reins of the bottom lane, adding some pressure onto the tier 1. The rest of his troops mostly working in that mid lane, and well, here comes the VG Gaming army as a 5. Get that boar out of my face! Take him down, turn back, and they're going to go right for the tier 1.
So it looks like Rave has finally taken control of their own jungle at the expense of 4 sentries and 2 observers. And that's definitely necessary because PL needs an area to farm. He can't really farm stacks that efficiently, and he's only been given time to split push pretty much the last 30 seconds of this entire game.
It looks like Jo wants to get the hell out of here, yeah. I mean,
it's a good play from him, though. Forcing a rotation like this when you're really far behind is very valuable.
That means there's one less TP to help out mid lane, but there's going to be someone to show up, plus a Moonlight Shadow. LSA
very poorly timed.
Very off the timing here. Could be a bit of nerves here for Ninja Boogie, but potentially a lost opportunity, so they have to step back and away. VG Gaming, they're saying, we're not going to hand anything over easy, not even a tier 1, to give you a little bit of economy back on your side.
And that's the problem we talked about during the draft, that they actually can't kill the Viper, so he can more or less hold the tower. Nice find here for Rio.
Yeah, not going anywhere. Chop down the Mirana. No extra bounty for that one, unfortunately, but hey.
They also, if they were smart, they looked at the Earthshaker blink with a Zeus ult too.
Yeah.
So it could have been scouted. Oh, wait, he didn't have it yet.
It was on, yeah, it's only on the courier.
So I thought he already bought it. What happened?
It's on the pet.
Well, if they're smart, they guess it's coming out now.
Not on hand, but that illustrious Fox thing is en route here. I suspect a little bit of harassment from the Axe. How shows up with still relatively low life and mana, but he does get the call down out there. And without the Fissure at the ready, the TP out will be successful.
That was a good heads-up TP.
Yeah.
What do you think for Gyro in this kind of game? You said homing missile is really good against PL. Do you think he gets 1 value point?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't skilled it yet. This is the good old-school Gyro build with 0 points in missile, and you get stats even over it, or maybe 1 value point. But they played try versus try, and he didn't get a homing missile point. It makes me think he might actually not even want to go for it.
I mean, 1 point is just too good. Later in the game, you're not using your Rocket Barrage that often, so you're generally in excess of mana, unless you never die in team fights.
But that -4 int, though.
It's worth it. 1 kill, dude. You get 1 kill, you buy a mantle, easy.
Ice got that Blink Dagger. He did farm in lane with it, so if Rave were paying attention, they will know that this Earthshaker has his mobility tool and something to keep an eye on. We talked a bit about Gyrocopter and what he should do and how he should level.
Oh,
what a spawn out. Ice flexes his new Blink Dagger, jumps down with the dunk on Jo's head, and it turns into a solo pick. Ice is on a killing spree. Oh, the disrespect right there.
That was so greedy from Jo, too. He walked out there, threw out a lance, and just started TPing in the fog, and Ice all over that immediately. I mean, you can understand it, right? He's desperate for farm. He's not really getting anything. He kind of has to try, but I don't feel like that was the time to do it. When you're literally almost next to an Earthshaker that has a blink as PL, you can't really afford to make that play. It's too easy to counter.
With that, VG Gaming will push towards the tier 1 there on the bottom lane, while Rave make the best here at the top. Moonlight Shadow to come out here. Doesn't feel like it's being used defensively, but it could be scouted out. It looks like Rave just kind of see it happening, and they're going to double back a bit.
Gyro does need his BKB soon. He can get owned by the Necro Book, just with all his damage. The problem's too much damage kills everything.
But top 3 net worth, all belonging to VG Gaming. The next closest for Rave at 5.4K is the Beastmaster here. And for this Beastmaster, he's going right Zookeeper. Necro Book, level 2. What are your thoughts?
I think he has to. They need the book to counter ward and give PL an opportunity. And Beastmaster kind of has to compensate for their lack of damage right now by being, I would say, their primary damage dealer when he has the book 3. No one on the team deals as much damage as he does. And I'm saying that with a team with Zeus, but
that they're going to pick up. That was pointed out. It's very important versus their lineup. Lena's not going to get an Ags, I mean, prior to 35 minutes. So they really don't have any way to deal with it on Lion, Lena, as well as Zeus. Even Phantom Lancer, like, he does a fair amount of magic damage before. So Glimmer Cape plus BKB, and I mean, you'd have to suspect an Aegis coming out from VG.
Oh, yep. Reort dishes out the Yell, going to be locking down now here in place. Plus disruption, they connect with the stun, but there's that Glimmer Cape coming up from front rear. Now they look to turn it right back around. They drop down the call down with the TP away. Beastmaster will be good to go. Ninja Boogie finds himself into a corner and will flee. They make it out with their lives, but VG Gaming just continue to show that they are going to be the bully in this setup as they try to shove Rave in a locker.
Do you feel like VG Gaming could just go do Roche like whenever they want? I feel like they have full map control. Sure, you're playing against the Beastmaster, but now with the Glimmer Cape, BKB, and Disruption, there's like no avenue of initiation for Rave right now. They're going to take the tower. I would imagine Roche is next on the menu here, but Ice is going in. Oh, this could hurt.
Got 2, and the Echo. Zeus, see you later. Ninja Boogie, you got to go as well, my man. They're just cleaning out. How he just picked up that BKB, shows it off, zones them back. They double back, they'll take the tier 2, and I would imagine after that point, they could go for the Roche if they'd like. Or, you know, who knows? Maybe they feel like they're that far ahead. They just go right for high ground here, but the tier 2 will be successfully taken down.
That's Medallion. This is Roche for sure.
Yeah, they're going to take out the wave that's in front of them and then make a closer move. Keep Jo back in at bay, but they still have that tier 1 to kind of get closer to the Roche pit with.
What is Jo going for?
Yeah, not straight Diffusal. It looks like he hasn't invested in any of the components yet.
Diffusal, I mean, Diffusal, you need to win fights, and he's not going to win fights versus BKB at this point in the game. So
I'm wondering if he's considering Radiance, but I don't
think Radiance
is not going to work.
Just a Yasha
I think Yasha.
Yeah, there we go.
You can't go either of those two.
There it is.
Radiance or Diffusal.
Yeah.
I mean, VG is just itemized so well with the Glimmer Cape, with the Mag, and the BKB. There is so much room for error in the fights. Like even if they get hit by 3-man Lina stun and Gyro gets roared, it really doesn't matter as long as they get the Glimmer, one of those 3 cooldowns off.
Yeah, Viper has a BKB in 250 as well. That's basically the Roche kill if they wanted to go for it, or they just wait for the BKB before they do the Roche. It's hard to see what Rave can do at this point. Like Ben said, the itemization on Vici makes it very difficult. You see them trying these kind of picks in mid where they basically force out a disruption with Roar, and then they follow up with Lina, which is of course a great follow-up when the enemy team roars, or disrupts.
Yeah.
Their damage, it's just not there. Like, they actually can't kill a single hero in VG Gaming's lineup if Shadow Demon is there. He counters all the heroes right now. Every single one.
Another one of those smoke plays coming out from Rave.
Yeah,
saw
earlier.
earlier.
To try something.
Yeah, the last time they tried something, it didn't work out too well. This time, we'll see. Ice. Uh-oh. Able to blink back it away. How? He does get the BKB off, but regardless, the Primal will connect. And now he looks to turn back. They want to run away from the big glowing airplane. And get that Necro Book out of my face. He's going to actually use the call down for it. And he keeps him back. There goes the Thunder God's Wrath. Will give him a little bit extra detection. And, well, the Fissure flies, but...
Hey, there's purple stuck out.
Yeah. They don't know it, though, it seems like.
They have a ward. I think they saw him run down there.
They probably expect that he TP'd out. And regardless, there's a way more valuable pickup happening right now. This is 100% free.
Yeah.
Roar is down, Zeus ult is down. They're very healthy, have the mech ready. Rave can't contest this at all.
I mean, what items will help out Rave right now? That's like what's really startling to me. Like, if they get Yules, it doesn't matter. They just Glimmer Cape it, or BKB, the initiation. They really, I would say the biggest pickup that they can possibly get is Ags on Lina, so they can just straight kill the Gyro. But even then, that's very unlikely with the position that this Lina is in.
Current net worth of 1,600.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's hard to imagine.
Like, what else? Diffuse maybe like 2 or 3 more items on PL, but that's also not coming out for 20 minutes. And just no one has items.
It is a steep hill to climb here for Rave. Not the opening show they wanted to have here at the Summit3, I'm sure, especially after that month off. But maybe they're looking to consider this a bit of a warm-up. Still got plenty of game ahead of us here as Cast.
That's bold. He has Aegis.
Tries to run in on Hal, but that's
BKB.
not happening. So
if I said blink ready there, that was a kill.
Uh-oh. Look who's looking to cut them off on the way back here. Chrissy, you better run. Oh, and he's running right towards trouble. The arrow will be able to scout, but they don't even need to go that way. There's Chrissy. We'll be able to TP. Not happening. Fenrir, easy disruption's going to be there. They're going to get the kill. Goes down. They scout up the side, and they're not going to see anyone else. Oh, man. They were just
good rotation.
One step ahead.
Yeah, they rotate. They secure tier 2. This is just as good from Rave, though. They will be getting, is that their second tower of the game? Looks like. In the mid lane, Beastmaster, of course, one of the benefits of getting the Necro Book. We focus a lot on the True Sight and the ability to get solo pickoffs, but of course an incredible pushing tool as it always has been. Very nice multi-purpose item for the hero. And maybe they're looking to get 2 towers. This would actually be a pretty good trade, but alright, that is not happening.
They have to get back now.
Yeah, Ice tries for the fissure. This is a good TP.
Oh, a facial with the arrow. Ninja Boogie goes down. And with that, they're going to continue their high ground push. Primal Roar, anything to stop them from taking our home. Followed up with the Earth Spike, but that tier 3 is going down. And now they see a precious little Chrissy just came back from the dead. Might be put back in the grave once more. He goes down. How is going in? Jo shows though, gets up a nice Spirit Lance. He still has that Aegis. Even the Glimmer Cape coming out to elongate that first life. Looks like it's going to be successful. Eats the finger. That will be the Aegis. Now VG Gaming maybe hoping to just get some good damage on the racks before they have to pull back. Their escape plan maybe in this Moonlight Shadow. Popped off for right now, but there's going to be the Glyph. Prolonging their stay. Super decides to pop the BKB. Now looking to go in on Cass. Cass, can he make it away from this one? The arrow there from FY greets him. They get the racks down. ISSI commits forward, but not going to be following it up with anything. Doesn't see the opportunity he went for. And with that, they're going to clear out the second racks here. Gentlemen, this looks to be the beginning of the end here for game one. 5-20 now for VG Gaming.
Did Jo buy a bottle? Can we check whose bottle that is in his inventory? Wow, that's how desperate he is to hold off a push.
Uh-oh. Oh, he tried to Glimmer Cape in and take advantage of that arrow, but...
Usually you'll see PLs go bottle like sometimes in laning phase, but he's using it for base defense, which means like he knows that they just need any sort of net worth in their inventory right now to stop that. And at the end of the day, it's fruitless.
They are going to smoke out here.
Not if they have mangoes.
Fill your inventory out with mangoes.
That's not fruitless. All right, well, now again, another one of the smoke plays. Got the bird. Free 60 gold coming out for FY, but Rave are trying to find opportunities here. They adventure out from the side gate of their base. Could run to Fenrir, who's a precious little support farming up, but they're not going to go for him. They want Hal. That is the big prize. He comes in, but he's a fast little fishy, and he's trying to make it away here. Now the Thunder God's Wrath, but the Fissure can put him on the other side. Ice jumps in with a big echo, gets the clear out. He'll go down. That's a bounty picked up, but it's Hal now, who's looking to charge on in. The Necro Book is out, though, coming out from Riard. There's the Primal World follow-up. They could get Hal here, and he does go down. It's a 3-for-2 trade for Rave right now, but Super's now showing up. Pops his BKB, looking to move in. Chrissy trying to make it away. Ninja Boogie gets caught with the FY arrow. He goes down. Chrissy and Rior, they got to get the hell out, and they will make it away.
Did you see FY? He almost Starstormed for the... he would have killed himself in the Necrobook. Oh. That would have looked really good. That would have been one for the low light reel. That was still a really good fight for Rave. They actually managed to pull back like almost 4,000 gold, and this is of course the new version, so the comeback mechanics they're less apparent than in previous versions. Or yeah, how much would that have been in 683? Like that would have been a 6,000 gold swing, I think. 5 or 6K. They got 3.5 there, right? So something like that.
The XP is still pretty good.
Yeah.
So and they could certainly use it. There's a nice little bump right there we saw. There's a little something there, a little flaccid.
They're almost back in it.
Yeah, Vici definitely were not ready for that. No Aegis. He wasn't able to pop his BKB in time because he got hexed. No defensive disruption, and they used Echo and BKB at the same time because they were panicked, in a state of panic, trying to save Hal. So I don't think they'll be caught off guard by that again, especially since they'll probably take down next Roshan next couple of minutes. Oh, it's a long respawn.
So we do have a quick instant replay of this engagement now. They look to be going on Hal, but ISSI showed up, laid down that huge dunk, and Hal was able to kind of slip on the back. But this was Rave's best chance. A smoke that finally worked out, but working out was only breaking even at this point and hoping to add an extra 5, maybe 10 minutes to the game. It was a huge fight. We question whether or not it's enough. Maybe just, like I say, that step 1 of a 10-step process in this kind of a game.
Yeah, if they get another 5 fights like that, then maybe. But I think they're out of smokes, so it's hard to imagine how they're ever going to get an initiation like that again without a smoke.
And here they are, Vici Gaming, like sharks in water outside of the base. Yeah, we're coming in now, boys. We already hit that top set of racks. They got to go. Wild Arrow flies out, catches the boar, of course. And now Hal looking to move in. Primal Roar already leading. Glimmer Cape, and now even a disruption. They're pulling out all the stops to save out their precious Hal. He's alive and well, and he's starting to flack away here, but his priority is going to be on that tier 3. Just looking to zone them back. FY jumps in. Starfall not going to be connecting on anything, and it's over. Ninja Boogie says there's no way we can stop him, and that's going to be game. And Vici Gaming, they come into this first game looking like the favorites that everyone were anticipating. Rave, not the showing a lot of us were hoping to see after having a month off.
They just got destroyed in the lanes.
Honestly, they're still looking like they're playing 6.83 with the Phantom Lancer early pick.